Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for August 2025. What we've got for you right now is a blue bracket preliminary, and it is going to be Panic Portalll returning to Masters for the first time in a while, and Alejo returning to Masters for the first time in a longer while. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens, what these players have, and pretty excited about this one. The winner of this is going to take on Gwafey in round 2, who is ready and waiting. And then this whole thing is going to feed into a match of the top 16 later in the month against Meme. So some possibilities here for sure. So pretty exciting blue bracket here. And we have more happening today as well. We have a green bracket coming up in 3.5 hours. It's going to be Winter versus Dangler. So Dangler having to play a round 1 match. The winner will feed into a round 2 match with ID Kirby. We also have 2 Tap Masters partial top 16 brackets coming up after dinner time, I guess, here in the States. And that, or at least Central Time anyway, it's going to be Eyeball versus Critical. Winner takes on Coster. That will generate a semi-finalist in Tap Masters. And then we've got a solo match, top 16, Trap Zone versus Dog. The winner will go on to the top 8 of that to face Blue Scooty, who advanced earlier today to the top 8. And then capping the night off will be a Das Masters preliminary bracket, Curie versus Josh Toll's winner versus Scotto. So a lot going on today. We've already had Tetris. We're about to bring you some more. And yeah, but for now, it's going to be Portalll versus Alejo, winner versus Gwafey in the blue bracket. Let's take a look at our rules. Yes, there are rules, and the rules are that this is a what? A 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based in the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC console. Players can play an emulator or console as long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, and they can use any controller as long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical, biological, turbo only. Okay, that was one breath. Okay. Anyway, level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen should be turned on, and of course, score will be uncapped. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Players should not be getting any in-game advice. So if you're playing, no one else is talking to you, telling you what to do or what your opponent's board state is or anything like that. If you do experience tech issues, like your OBS is wigging out or your internet is spotty, just keep playing. Assume your game is going to count until I tell you otherwise. So if you notice something, just keep playing and await further instructions from me. I'll give them to you verbally or in chat if I don't think you're listening. Okay. I think that's all the stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's best of 5. So the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. And the winner gets absolutely something. And that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $55.32. So our prize pools in CTM always 100% funded by you, the fans. These players get as much as you can contribute, and that is it. No sponsors, no trust funds here, just no foundation, nothing like that. Just a 100% fan-funded prize pool. If you want to contribute to it, help us get to our top 8 goal, you can use the Matcherino command. We're watching live on Twitch or YouTube. That'll bring up some links. There's 4 active prize pools because there's 4 active tournaments right now. So use the one that points to the Masters event or Emmy or whatever it is. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you can log in. You can do that with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. So no need to make a separate account. And once you're logged in, there's some stuff you can do. You can contribute straight cash, homie. Click on the mustard colored button that says contribute. You can use a contribution code. Those, you don't even have to type a code in. You just click a button and it kicks 25 cents into the prize pool. We have 50 of those available. So please, if you do nothing else, head on over to Matcherino, click on that contribution code. It's free. Also have, I think, a sponsor quest in there that'll kick in a little bit of money into the prize pool if you're so inclined, but don't make a huge effort to do that. It only kicks in 8 cents. But if you want to do it, do it. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. If you're watching after the fact, go to go.ctm.gg/prize to go to the link for this tournament. Okay, that is how to support the players. To support the channel, you get a lot of different options. Use the support command to find some of them. If you're watching on YouTube, you get super chats and super stickers and super thanks, and you can even make a super comment, I think, after the fact. You've also got channel memberships. You can gift a channel membership. You can gift multiple channel memberships. There's a lot of stuff you can do on YouTube, so consider helping us out over there. On Twitch, you've got bits, and you can just contribute straight bits, homie. Or you can do an on-screen celebration. You can gigantify an emote. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can gift a subscription. You can gift multiple subscriptions, and you can do an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription as well if you're an Amazon Prime member. So lots of ways to support the channel. And another way is to go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris and make an ongoing pledge on a monthly or annual basis to keep this channel going. Right now, we've got 4 tournaments going, and you can see what my schedule is today, right? I'm streaming all day. Could I do that without you guys' support, especially on Patreon? No, I could not. So these tournaments would not be happening without your support. And if you want them to continue to happen, you know, consider supporting us in one of the many, many ways that we have to support you. We have no sponsors. You are the sponsors. So Isaac with the $55.32 contribution to the prize pool gets us up to 111.14. So I don't know if you miscalculated there, but it gets us up to 111.14. So thank you, Isaac. Really appreciate that. Very, very generous. Oh, you doubled it. Oh, perfect. All right. You doubled the prize pool. So you just got to keep doubling the prize pool, guys. And you know, after 30 days, we'll have like $1 billion. Is that how that works? I don't know. All right. Anyway, thanks to everybody on this slide for supporting the channel. Big shout to Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, Kane, and Techners, Corporal, Shelby, Troydan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Mila, and Jason. All right. I'm going to flop on over to our play scene. Got to adjust some of the cameras, let the players continue doing their warm-ups. Oh, we get all this situated. All right, there we go. A portal. Don't panic, it's Portalll. We're going to be all natural, all organic, and let players face away from their pieces if they so desire. We'll let them do it. Whatever. It's fine. There's no skin off my nose. Oh, is it Portall's birthday? Is that right? Oh, shoot. Happy birthday, Portalll. All right. Portalll didn't even look at his pieces. It's bonkers. Yeah, let me just fix one little thing on these. All right. It's kind of gnawing at me here. All right. There we go. That should work. All right, players, that music is here. Actually, Portalll, can you keep playing? Because I have to adjust stencil, so please keep playing. I do have to adjust the stencil, believe it or not. What the heck? Can you imagine adjusting stencils? Why is there... Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm adjusting stencils in 2025, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. What? How does Tetris work? Okay, hold on. Why don't I know? Oh, there we go. And then, holy mackerel. Okay, that should serve us okay. And I should probably do Alejo's because who knows how long it's been. No, Alejo's been in Taskmaster, so that's close. Could actually be on my side. No, it's not on my side. Oh my God, stencils. I didn't know however many years ago I'd still be complaining about stencils, you know, when I started this whole Tetris journey. It's hard to see, actually. Okay. That should be all right. We'll make do. Okay. Players, I'm going to go ahead and drop you the pieces. The pieces are here, E23FB2. Yep, Joe, everything good at home, so we're going to launch qualifying. It's a little bit late in the month, but we might, well, I gotta think about it. But we'll be launching something soon. Oh, shoot. Guys, give me 1 second. We just had a fuse go out in the house. I just have to fix that. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. Okay, guys, I am ready. Thank you for giving me a moment here. Just had a fuse go out in the kitchen, which we had to take care of. So the pieces are E23FB2, E23FB2. As soon as we get both players to signal ready, we can go ahead and get this underway. E23FB2, great. All right, looks like it's the blue bracket, Portalll versus Alejo. Let us go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, we got two people who are returning to Classic Tetris Monthly, at least the Masters event, after a bit of an absence here. Portalll has not been in our monthly Masters event since July of 2024. That is when it was a 16-player tournament instead of this 32-player format. And on that left side, it is Portalll with a 1.298 million average of his best two games played in a 1-hour qualifying period for his qualifier. Portalll from Kazakhstan has a PB of 4.89 million, which is a top 20 score on the overall leaderboard. Portalll was ranked number 20 in the most recent Premier poll. The Premier poll is a poll, a survey of Tetris journalists and organizers and other luminaries, ranking the best Tetris player. It's run by, or the best players. It's run by Pumpy Heart. You can see the full results over at premierpoll.com. Portalll is number 20 on that list. Portalll making his 13th overall appearance in a top-level Masters event, including the 10 in the monthly Masters event, and 3 in Mega Masters, where he did finish in the top 8 last year. Portalll also is the winner of the Classic Tetris Russia event in 2023 and was the runner-up in that event the following year. I believe those were held online, and those finals were back-to-back Neko versus Portalll. I don't know if they exist online. I would like to actually watch those because that sounds like pretty hype finals, you know, back-to-back those two players. But anyway, yeah, Portalll making his first monthly appearance since July of last year. On the right side of your screen, it is our old friend Alejo. Alejo with 29 seed in this tournament, qualified in with a 1.15 million from Argentina. Has a PB of 1.40 million. That's a top 90 score, let's say. And this is Alejo. Now, Alejo has played in Mega Masters twice, 2023 and 2025. But this is Alejo's first appearance in our monthly Masters event since, get this, November 2018. So Alejo has not been in the monthly Masters event since my second month running CTM. So that is a long time. That is a very long time. But Alejo has played in DAS Masters one time. That was October of 2024. Played in Mega Masters, as I said, in 2023 and 2025. Also played in the silver bracket of CTWC in 2021 and has been very active over the years in Classic Tetris League and in various tournaments in the LATAM community. 337 for Portalll, 374 for Alejo. Oh, they just streamed the Classic Tetris Russia Championship a week or two ago. Oh, I didn't know that. Pollo's got some stats on Alejo. First ever LATAM max out. Former LATAM champion. Former Coparos champion. Okay, if you say so. It's the documentation on these achievements is kind of, you know, there's a lot to be desired for these achievements. I'm going to believe them. 445 for Alejo, 476 for Portalll. Pollo says also personal friends with Messi. Trust me. All right, I believe you. See if we can get a sponsorship or anything. I'll take an autographed jersey. Or whatever they call it. They call it a jersey. What is a soccer jersey called? Is it a jersey? A bib? You call it a bib? That sounds like what a baby would wear. All right, Tetris for Portalll, 544, 498 for Alejo. Is it a bib? What do you call a soccer jersey? You know, the shirt that they wear. It's a shirt. It's a jersey. It's not a bib. Oh. All right. Why did I think it was a bib? 545 for Alejo, 571 for Portalll. There's some sports jersey is called a bib. Bib is what the substitutes wear. Bib is the ones we use for running, which has your number. Oh, I see. 568 for Alejo. Portalll is into 19. At just under 600K, gets an immediate Tetris. 623 now on 19 for Portalll. And Alejo, if he goes no burns here, if he gets a Tetris, can get that 600K into 19. So both players are rolling. Alejo not going to get that Tetris before 19, but gets it immediately after. He's at 643, about to head into level 20. Thanks for the raid, Syria Song. Appreciate that. Welcome to Classic Tetris Monthly Masters. Tetris for Alejo, 695, 730 for Portalll. Dirty Tetris for Portalll. Portalll right now ahead by 64,000 points. Alejo into level 22. Portalll on 23. So Portalll like 10 lines ahead. There's a Tetris Portalll 848, 783 for Alejo. Pollo says Alejo is like the community grandpa and he's like 21. 940 for Portalll, 848 for Alejo. Oh, that left side for Portalll. So yeah, lucky to get a long bar down when he did. That would have been tough, although with rolling, you know, probably could have taken care of it, but who can say? Max out for Portalll, level 26. So 1.1 and more into 29 is on the table for Portalll. There is a Tetris for Alejo. All right, Alejo trying to find a way to build for a Tetris here. Piece is not quite fitting. Here we go. Okay. Getting Tetris ready. There's a Tetris Portalll 1.1. There's a Tetris Alejo A19. So 5 Tetrises available if he goes no burns, but there's a burn. So now 4 Tetrises available for Alejo. Could still 1.1 into 29 here, but at right side, there's a lot of burns to have to be taken here. So probably 1.1. Gonna be tough to come by here. Portalll is into 29. He's at B67. Portalll needs to get something to the left and gets it there. B75 board. Maybe coming down. Gonna miss with that T-piece. Portalll trying to get this board down. Oh no, that L to the left, that could cut everything off. That's going to be a top out Portalll. Don't rage quit like that. B85 is the target. So Alejo, you need to get to B86. Yeah, players, please don't end the game quickly because we need to know the top out target for your opponent. So, but all right, double max outs, 1.1 for Portalll, and Alejo with a max out as well into 29, but not getting much further than that. Portalll will take game number 1. Yeah, no problem. No problem. You haven't been around in a while, so you don't know we yell at people now. Yeah, thanks, Gwafey. Appreciate it. All right, players, new pieces are coming. So, good first game, at least until we get to, 29 and 30. So, new pieces are E0CA9D. E0CA9D. So, yeah, near 600K transitions in that one. And some, good survival here, I guess, until there wasn't, right? Okay, the E0CA9D, E0CA9D. Okay, both players are ready. Game number 2, Portalll up 1 game to none. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. See, these people have not been here since I stopped consistently counting down verbally, so I figure I better bring it back because maybe they don't know. Maybe they're not used to, maybe they go by verbal. I don't know. So Alejo's last Masters, who won the last time that Alejo was in the monthly Masters? That would be November of 2018, and that was the finals were Corian versus Yanni. And in fact, I think that wasn't that the month where Corian got the first competitive max out? Am I wrong? Or was that June? Maybe that was June. No, it had to be June because November would have been after. It happened in a Corian Yanni finals. Maybe that was June, though. I think that was June. Yeah, that's who was in the finals the last time Alejo played in the monthly. Anyway. That was a long time ago. Okay, 140 for Portalll, 100 for Alejo. Or Ale Joe, as we say in the United States, in America. All right, 126 for Alejo, 166 Portalll here in game 2. And I think that was we did some weird stuff that month, I think. Did we do? No, I mean, we definitely, everybody who qualified got into the thing. So that was not even a top 16. Actually, there were 30, were there 32? There were 30 players in that one. Jazzy Josh with truly inane trivia here. Mega Masters Portalll has only lost to players that start with B, Broden Damp and Blue Scooty twice. Oh man, you better look out Portalll. Are there any Bs, any significant Bs coming up? Oh, then again, this is not Mega Masters. 310 for Portalll, 217 for Alejo. Gwafey and Bmeem. Okay, 299 for Alejo, 409 for Portalll. Portalll already up over 100,000 points ahead, actually about 140 something thousand points ahead, but it's also ahead by 12 lines. Tetris is here worth 22,800, but it is a real lead for Portalll right now. Mino Floof is here. Cat is here. Nerd the Box. Jazzy Josh Gwafey. 3s, 2s. Unskill. Magkronberg. Andrew Meep. Poyo. Saria Song. Did I say Unskill already? All the stars are here. Welcome. Twitch. 427 for Alejo. 523 for Portalll. Josh, Super Kai, Isaac, Mark, Teamer, Mr. Brain, Pumpy Heart, Black Ops, Masiak, hanging out over on YouTube. I think we have many contribution codes still remaining over at the match arena. It costs you nothing if you want to do, if you're somebody who wants to do the bare minimum, then do that. 620 transition for Portalll into 19. That is healthy. Alejo in at about 526. Tetris Portalll 695. Alejo's got to bring this down. Uncovers the right side. That's going to bring this down 2 rows, but still big sort of chasm or whatever, a void, let's say, in the stack on Alejo's side. Portal's board starting to climb a little bit, actually, in that left side. Okay, he's going to get a long bar over to the right. Portalll still fighting this down. Alejo still fighting, bringing some order to this mess. Both of them. Mino Floof wants updates on the house. Well, they did cut out the moldy drywall, which is good. They were here today and finished the job, and we'll see how it goes. But they seem to be doing the right thing, so that's good. I don't think we'll have to move, but I think it was a real possibility. You know how apartment, management can be very hit or miss. 835 for Portalll, 572 for Alejo. Tetris Portalll 865, 578. There's a dirty triple for Alejo. Alejo is way behind, back by about 280,000 points with, he's got 50 lines to go until 29. So he's going to have to make up a lot. May require some post 29 plays. Got a 1.4 as a PB. And Portalll, kind of in a little danger. Gets a triple down the right side. There's a dirty Tetris, 940. Another Tetris Alejo 653. Trying not to lose any more ground and now trying to gain some ground. Portalll digging. Alejo clean. So Alejo should be able to cut into this lead a bit. Tetris Alejo 717. And Portalll still in a dig. Really not that close to being able to Tetris. And that T to the left is going to extend this dig even more. Kind of under tap that T to the left. So Portalll now at level 28, 969. So Alejo's cut, maybe 60,000 off this lead. But Alejo's still on 27. There's a Tetris 800. Portalll now into 29. At 980 some odd. Tetris for Alejo 835. He's into 28. He's got one more Tetris available before 29. He can take a few burns to try to get there, but he's going to have to make this up post 29. There's a Tetris Alejo into 29 at 874. Portall's got the max out on level 30. And Portalll not quite clean yet. See what Alejo can do. He's trying to set up for one. Oh, that S was tough. Okay, he's open on the right side. If he can get a bar, there's a bar over Tetris Alejo 922. Portalll at A53. So we got some action here on 29. Portalll is clean, just needs to set up for it again. When he gets that L to the left, that's tough sometimes. So A67, Alejo's board. Oh no, starting to break down, and that is going to be a top out for Alejo. Both players topping out at the same time, but Portalll into 32, Alejo into 31. Portalll is good in game number 2. Okay, well, GG's player is good game again. Going deep, no early top outs. Top out. 0C D863. That is an 8, not a B. 0C D863. All right, 0C D863. All right, good. Both players have signaled ready, so it is game number 3 time. Portalll versus Alejo. Alejo needs to win this one to continue on in the match and the tournament. 3-2-1 Tetris. Tetris Alejo and Tetris Portalll. It never fails to impress me just how all of this works. Portalll, Kazakhstan, Alejo, Argentina, me, I'm in Texas, you are wherever you are. And yet we're able to play this, you know, nearly 40-year-old analog game competitively against each other. I mean, it's really crazy. Imagine we went back to, you know, cave people days and showed them what they're doing. Well, they'd probably murder us actually, but whatever. They'd be amazed a little bit before they murdered us. Tetris Alejo and Portalll. So 120 Portalll and 118 Alejo before they Tetris again. I got a lot of Tetris today and tomorrow. Alejo with some weird kind of spin. Not exactly sure what was going on there, but it's all right. Got a burn out of it. Maybe he's going to go dirty here. All right, just going to take that dirty triple, knock this down with a flat T double. All right, Alejo going to set up dirty one row off the bottom, has a gap in column 9 that's keeping him on an elevated stack. Oh, he's going to, all right, he's going to get that dirty. 205, but 256 for Portalll. Oh, nice couple of T's for Portalll to fill in that board to get Tetris ready and get the Tetris. Tetris for both 325 Portalll, 233 Alejo. Alejo's waiting on a bar to fix the middle of the board and gets it. And now, not quite ready for a Tetris, but okay, there you go. Lots of bars to be had. You like to see it. Another Tetris Alejo, 278. 348 Portalll. So Portalll ahead by 70,000. It's about 3 Tetrises. A little over that. Tetris Portalll 402. There's one Alejo 326, one line apart. So Portalll with a great pace through 86 lines, you know, 400,000 at 80 lines. That is a benchmark for a very, very good pace. All right, Portalll with great pieces to fill out this board. Tetris Portalll 516. There is another one, 539 Alejo at 442. This has got to be a Machigami, right? I must believe that these two have not faced each other. I must believe it. I'm just gonna state it outright, you know, just yep. All right. They have not faced each other, at least in an ELO match. 492 for Alejo. 590 for Portalll. There is a Tetris Portalll. He's got a 612 and 2 more available. He can even take one burn. But yeah, he's not going to get those two. Okay, Alejo into 19 at 584 immediately is going to kind of misdrop a L piece to the left. Portalll with the Vits right after getting into 19 at about, what, 639? True Vits as well. Jasmine loves it. Jasmine's not here, but somewhere I know she loves it. Nice adjust for Portalll for that long bar to make room for that incoming Z piece. All right, Portalll, you know, shaking that rust off, although as soon as I say that, this errant L piece at the top creating some gaps. There's a triple that's going to bring it down. 670 Alejo, 746, level 21. That's right, Pollo. Somewhere, Jasmine doesn't exactly know why, but she just, you know, started smiling. All right, Alejo trying to dig this back down. Oh, that long bar is going to help. That's a double. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, no, that is going to be a top out for Alejo at 678. And Portalll is good in game number 3 and is going to take this one in a sweep. Well, Alejo, we will see you again in another 7 years. It was great to see you. So, yeah, probably, what, 2032, we'll see you. But GG's, it was good to have you in this. Hope to see you again in other events. We'll go ahead and put this in the books as a sweep for Portalll. And we wish Alejo the best. Okay, let us swap everybody out. So, goodbye, Portalll. Hello, Gwafey. And then goodbye, Alejo. Hello, Portalll. So let me go ahead and adjust these cams while the players, I'll give them the pieces, but you can warm up for a minute still while I fix cams. But the pieces are there. All right. Oh, shoot. What was that? Cat's going nuts. One cat wants treats or something. Brown, oh, I want treats so bad. All right, players, I am just about ready to start. So, oh wait, actually I'm not. Let me just fix Portalll stencil. Portalll, you need to keep playing. Sorry, I forgot. If I'm gonna, let me just copy your stencil from the other thing. And what are you? 20. Copy, transform. No, that's no. Yeah, copy, transform, and then paste transform. Oh my God, look at that. Beautiful. Good enough. Let's go with it. Adam Irish, thanks for the raid. Party of 5. The pieces are here. 4C AA 98. Players are on the correct seeds. 8s are not Bs. Bs are not 8s. Perfect. So let's get them started. Round number 2. Pranic Portal says, bruh, why can't I play like that in a match? Well, you're about to have another shot to do it. Round 2, Gwafey versus Portalll. The winner goes to the top 16 to face Meme. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, on the left side of your screen, Gwafey, seed number 13, qualified in, whoops, with a 1.48 average. That was his average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Got a round 1 bye in virtue of his top 16 seeding. Gwafey with a PB, according to my sources, of 2.96 million. Now, my sources, who knows? But that's what I was able to find. That's a top 30 score. Gwafey was rated number 25 in the most recent Premier poll. And you can find the full rankings of the Premier poll over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. Gwafey is a 2-time Mega Masters player, has played in Masters a bunch now, has finished as high as the top 8 in the monthly Masters. Did that, I think, as recently as January of this year. Also a former Futures Circuit winner. Has been in CTWC Gold 2 times and had his best finish this year, making it into the top 16. You've also seen Gwafey playing at the Northeast Regional last year. Made it into the top 8. Top 4 of that. And this year made it into the top 8 of the Boston Regional. Gwafey, 3 rows up, skimming and Tetrising. Oh, and Portall's board was up pretty high as well. So a couple of dirty Tetrises here for each of these, or at least for Gwafey, and then a couple Tetrises regular to bring the stack down for Portalll. So, all right, emergency mode deactivated. We're turning down. What was that alert mode? That like terror alert colors back in the day. Who remembers that? I don't know. All right, players comfortable. Good boards right now. 256 for Portalll, 178 for Gwafey. Anyway, that is Gwafey. On the right side of your screen, Panic Portalll. Qualified in with a 1.298 seed number 20. Defeated Alejo to get here to round 2 from Kazakhstan with a PB of 4.89 million. Ranked 20 in that Premier poll. Again, making his first monthly appearance since July of last year. 9 appearances in monthlies overall. 3 in Mega Masters. Finished in the top 8 in Mega Masters in 2024. Also made it into the finals in back-to-back years in Classic Tetris Russia Tournament 2023 and 2024. Both of those were against Neko. In 23, Portalll won, and in 24, Neko won. I don't know the results of 2025, but I'm told that it happened, so no one spoil it. You know how much I hate spoilers. 256, Gwafey, 332 for Portalll. Tetris, Gwafey, 303. Portalll with a Tetris, 362. Same line count. This is about a just under a 3 Tetris lead for Portalll when their lines are tied. Don't worry, you won't spoil it. It was really good. I don't care if you spoil it. You know me. I don't care about spoilers. $392 for Portalll, $376 for Gwafey. I actually kind of like spoilers, you know, in all things, sports, movies, books. I actually kind of like it. Oh, Portalll with the Spire trouble right now, but gets a bar over. There's a big void in the stack there, but that was, yeah, definite Spire trouble for Portalll, but looks like he's got a path to survive here. Threat level, you know, maybe yellow. Now maybe threat level orange. We'll see. 471 Portalll. This is going to allow Gwafey to get out into a lead almost certainly, if he can avoid some of the same trouble, though. So a little droughty. All right, there's a bar for Gwafey. Portalll is headed into 19 after the next burn, and there it is. So Portalll in at like 480 something. High, awkward board. Left side gets a bar over. Gwafey, 501. So Gwafey now in the lead. All right, Portalll finally working this back down. Not quite clean yet, but not really in danger. Dirty Tetris Portalll. Okay, now clean. Gwafey has a lead of less than a Tetris, but Gwafey is back in lines. There's a Tetris for Gwafey, so, you know, real-time score lead, Gwafey, pace lead, Gwafey. Portalll gets a much-needed long bar over to the left side to fill out this board, and now is kind of back in trouble. Long bar would be great here for Portalll. He's trying to hold out for it. And he's going to take a couple of triples there, no problem. Gets a Tetris down, 608, 641, Gwafey. Gwafey back by 10 lines. So post-29 playability, a possibility for both of these players, given their PBs. Oh, kind of a misdrop there of a J piece for Portalll. So just as he got out, it pulled him back in. So Gwafey, yeah, has been, you know, fairly consistent here during this, and Portalll kind of chaotic game one in this match. So Gwafey now out to a lead of about 78,000. There's a Tetris Gwafey. And again, Gwafey has, you know, lines in hand. So Portalll setting up for a dirty, forced to just take a triple. Takes another triple. And Gwafey just motoring along. There's another Tetris. Gwafey 864 on 26. Max out into 29 is on the table. Gonna miss that T-spin. Not gonna slow him down too much, but no big deal. Gwafey uncovers and is now set up for a Tetris. And really just the dig from hell for Portalll right now. Oh no, Portalll kind of double flips a long bar on the right side, and that is going to lead to a bit of a surprise. Just wasn't prepared to do that, and tops out at 7-17. So Gwafey is good in game number one. So yeah, Portalll just with the interminable, endless, eternal dig. And finally that double flip, I think, of the long bar just does him in. So yeah, it's a rough one for Portalll, but Gwafey, you know, he's like, yeah, I'll take it. Good. And good game. Max out into 29. So perfect. Okay, new pieces for these players. 92 BC 8B. 92 BC 8B. Okay, 92 BC 8B, right? Good. All right. Game number 2, Gwafey is up 1-0. Portalll looking to tie it up in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So, Masters fans, we do have another Masters bracket today that's going to be starting in about 2.5 hours. And that is going to be, what is it going to be? I don't know. I think it's the, where is it? Yeah, that's going to be green. That's going to be Winter versus Dangler. Winner versus ID Kirby. And then we'll have like 3 Tap Masters matches and a Das Masters prelim bracket to end of the day. We got a lot of Tetris today. $64,000 for Gwafey, $100,000 for Portalll. All right, Tetris, Gwafey. All right, Gwafey not getting suckered in by that that sucker line spin setup. That line spin setup did not work. Gwafey knew it. Amazing! Wow. I have actually seen like pro level players get suckered in by that by the like fake line spin setup. I have seen it, and they're like, "Wait, it doesn't spin that way." Nope. I have seen it. 194 for Portalll. 179 Gwafey. Okay, 248 Gwafey, 264 Portalll. There's the Tetris Portalll, 286 through 60. And yeah, 300 now. Halfway to that 19 transition. So Portalll on pace for another 600K transition into 19 if he continues at this rate. Gwafey with a Tetris 276 halfway through. So maybe about a 550 19 transition in the offing, unless he cranks it up. Tetris Gwafey 299. And there's one Portalll. About a 77,000 point lead. That's 3.5 Tetrises. All right, Tetris Gwafey 400,000, 475 Portalll. Guys like their big headphones. Shut out the world. Maybe he's shutting me out. Probably should. That's probably the best thing to do. I think Portalll thought for a minute about going for that Z-spin down the left side, but even nowadays, you know, even when players so good, so consistent at doing all these spins and things like that, you do sort of prefer, if you can, to resolve something without the need of a spin, because, you know, it could always go wrong. And if you do, you just get a nasty looking stack. Portalll here now up on a dig. Oh, it's set up for a moment for a dirty, but has to duck out. Gonna set up again and trying to just set up a dirty. Tetris has an escape hatch, gets it, but creates another gap in the process. So, oh my goodness. So Portalll 2 lines away from the 19 transition, is now in at 581 on a high stack. Gwafey is in lower score, but better stack. Tetris, Gwafey, 552 now. Portalll looks like he's going to survive this good stack now. Just needs to get a Tetris to cap it off. Long bar over at Tetris. Portalll, 619. 555. S-spin for Gwafey. Clean up that right side long bar in Tetris, 581. We're into level 20, the blue level now. All right, T-spin Gwafey. And Tetris, 610 for him, 678 for Portalll. Oh, Portalll gonna miss, I think, 5 tap. Is that a 5 tap to get that Z to the left? Whatever. Missed the last tap. Yeah, it is a 5 tap. Says Javin T. I will believe you. I'm not a tapper. But I probably should know that, right? You should know that. 707 for Portalll, 699 for Gwafey. All right. Chat says, yes, it is. Tetris Portalll, 738. Gwafey now in the lead and also back in lines, which is the ideal spot. Ahead in score, behind in lines. Cat is going insane. Tetris Portalll, 774. There's another one, 805. There's one, Gwafey, 823. Portalll, they're swapping the real-time lead back. Gwafey, though, pace lead. Either way, Portalll, that left side is a bit messed with that T-piece, which is going to miss. It's going to allow Gwafey to get out a little bit more in front. Or the least possible. Oh, nice adjust. Kind of a pullback there for Gwafey to set up for the Tetris just as the long bar came in. So a wicked Tetris for Gwafey right there. 988. There's one Portalll. He's clean. He gets another one. All right, Gwafey. All right, just going to take that triple. Just wants to take a good stack. Both on a max out. Portalll into 29. Gwafey just wants to take a low, clean board into 29. Long bar comes in, and it's low and a little dirty, but getting it cleaned up. A51 for Gwafey. A26 for Portalll. All right, Portalll gonna have to take this down after setting up for the Tetris. A62 Gwafey, A41 Portalll, Tetris for Portalll, A80 now into the lead. So for a while, it's really only going to be the score, the real-time score lead that matters too much until we get close to that. Until we get to that 39 super kill screen. Real-time lead really important here. Portall's got it at B27. triple there for Gwafey to bring this down. Portalll gets a long bar in for a split triple. Another triple for Portalll. B55. Gwafey on a clean board. Portalll cleaning his board up. Gwafey trying to angle to get set up for a Tetris. He is set up. Bar over, Tetris, Gwafey. B52. Portalll trying to clean up this board again. Gwafey with another Tetris into the lead at CO4. Portalll now. This is going to be tough. Needs to bring this down. And I don't know what he's going to do. And he will not do it. And Gwafey is good in game number 2 and goes up 2 games to none. So big effort for both. Tough battle. But Gwafey going to take game number 2. Andrew Meep says, how have I never realized that T, I, and O always stay white? DE20BF. When you're ready, players, you can take a moment. We've got time. DE20BF. Yes, both players are on seed. Both players have signaled ready for game 3, so let us get them started. Gwafey on match point. Portalll needs to win out to advance. Well, the winner of this match does advance to the top 16, and waiting in that spot is Meme, of course, a top 5 player. She bounces around the rankings anywhere from 1 to 5, depending on who you ask. And Portalll up high here. This is going to be tough. This is really tough for Portalll, and that is a top out. And Gwafey is good and is going to take this one in a sweep. So really unfortunate for Portalll. Just kind of a high dig and just never could get out of it. So Gwafey kind of gifted one here. And yeah, kind of an oof moment for Portalll. But GG's Gwafey. Nobody wins these matches without earning it. So GG's to you, Gwafey. Portalll played great. Maybe a little rust there, but we hope to see you back in future events. Always a pleasure. And yeah, really do hope to see you back in the mix. So GG's Gwafey, you will be moving on. I'll go ahead and report this to the centralized Tetris reporting agency. And then we will show you. Oh, what do you got? Hold on. What do you got? Kit Kat. You've got Kit Kats. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Someone went to Costco or something, or to like one of those convenience store places. But that is a lot of cat kits. Kit Kats. Cat kit. I'm used to saying cat kit in Tetris. Kit Kat. Duh. All right. What is this? Blue? All right. We got to report this 3-0. All right. Well, let us head on over to our bracket and we'll show you what is going on. I'll refresh that. Okay. Well, you have seen Portalll defeat Alejo. You have seen Gwafey defeat Portalll. And you're about to see a CTWC rematch, a top 16 rematch between Meme and Gwafey. So that should be, Kit Kats are shaped like long bars. Oh, that's true. You work overnight at BJ's. Oh, nice. You know, I didn't realize how regional BJ's was. When I grew up, we did not have Costco. We had BJ's, and we went to BJ's, and it was, I used to get baseball card boxes there. Like, you know, it was like 18 bucks. You get a whole box of 36 packs of 1988 tops. You get the BJ's membership free. It's pretty nice. Man, good memories of going to that BJ's and getting entire boxes of baseball cards. All my allowance would go to baseball cards back then. Okay, well, that is what we're going to see in the top 16. Just to give you a look at the top 16 situation. Here it is. Sunny is in the orange bracket. Gwafey is in the blue bracket. And Cobra is in the pink bracket. So 5 more spots to determine. We're going to determine the green one in just about 2.25 hours, actually. That is going to be Dangler versus Winter versus Kirby. That's all going to feed into, all-time great player, dog playing Tetris, no problem. Living legend. Amazing. Okay, so that is what we got. Let's just give you a look at the schedule coming up. We can get rid of this. Goodbye this. It's like my little check mark of stuff to do today, getting shorter and shorter. You'll have to see it. 3:30 p.m. Central. That is when we're doing green. 20:30 UTC. Tap Masters. A little bit of cleanup to do in the top 16. We're doing that. Eyeball Critical Coster. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Central. 23 UTC. And then, that's going to result in a semi-finalist being determined. And then Pink top 16 Trap Zone versus Dog solo match. That's going to see who plays against Blue Scooty in the top 8. And then capping the day off, it's going to be Das Masters prelim bracket. Curie, Josh Tolles, Scotto, Bozo. Two of the only players, Josh Tolles, that are like very active nowadays, or somewhat active, who played CTWC in the 2010s, right? Josh Tolles started in 2012, and I think Scotto, were you there in 2018? Or Scotto goes way back too. So anyway, we're almost done. We're making progress. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches to go. I can do it. Easy peasy. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel today. New followers, I'm Not Bad K-Bro, Hollow Ghost. Also, thank you, Raids from Sierra Song and Adam Irish. Appreciate that. Prizes now at 111.64. Big contribution to double the prize pool from was it Isaac? I think it was Isaac. Thing logged me out, but I think it was Isaac. So thank you, Isaac. Appreciate that. Oh, here we go. Admin of Masters. I want to get the proper thanks in. Yeah, it was Isaac. So thank you, Isaac. Appreciate that. We have 25 codes left. So if you want to head over to Matcherino, use the Matcherino command, bring up the links, go to go.ctm.gg/prize to bring up the links. And we got 25 claim codes free. They're ready, ready for you. Go over there, log in. Or, if you can't be bothered, well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Anyway, thanks to that. Also, thanks to our patrons, everyone on this screen for supporting the channel. Big shouts to Scott Gray, Jane, the Window Cannon, Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mila, Cat Kit, Kit Kat. See, now whenever I see Kit Kats, I say Cat Kit. Because of Cat Kit and Jason. So thank you all so very much. All right, we will see you in about 2 hours for another Masters Bracket YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. Mr. Brain, Jungle Cook, Tetris for Mario, Teamer, Josh, the other Josh, Jim, Super Kai, and all the rest. Have a great day. See you in a bit. Hopefully, goodbye. All right. Thanks for hanging out.